Hello friends, today we are going to use our game to practice the long O sound spelling patterns. So we're going to practice with these 4 long O spelling patterns. The first one is O consonant E. The second one is O. The third one is OA. And the fourth one is OW. All of these patterns make the sound O. Go ahead and grab your materials. If you've got your whiteboard, you can grab your whiteboard and your whiteboard marker. And if you don't have a whiteboard, just grab a paper and something to write with. So we're going to start with O consonant E. So the first one that we're going to use has 7 dashes, but there's actually another dash, so I'll show you what I mean. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those under dashes, and this one actually has this kind of a dash, and then 2 more. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, dash, 6, 7. So the word that you're going to spell here with me is close up. Do you hear the long O? Close up. Okay, I know up, up. So that's going to be here. That's a U. Close up. I can hear the CL in the beginning. Close up. Well, I know I'm going to have O consonant E. Close. That's a S. Close up. You can see a close-up of something to see more details. Close-up. CLOSE-UP. Go ahead and circle the O consonant E. In this case, the consonant is an S. I guess that's kind of more like a box. You can box it too. Close-up. The next one we're going to try together is going to be a O spelling. Let's go ahead and draw 5 dashes. So we'll do 5 dashes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When you've got your 5 dashes, the word you're going to spell with me using the O spelling pattern is polar. Polar, like a polar bear, or like the polar region, where you may find a polar bear. Polar. P, p. I hear that initial or beginning sound. P. Polar. Now, it sounds like this is going to be spelled ER. It's okay if you spelled it that way because what we're focused on is the long O today, but it's actually going to be spelled AR. Polar. I'm going to get my color and circle that as well. Make sure that you're circling the long O pattern that we're using. Polar. P-O-L-A-R. Polar. So you can probably guess what our next spelling pattern is going to be for long O. O-A. So the next one we're going to do is going to have 8 dashes. Go ahead and draw 8 dashes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you've got 8 dashes. Ooh, mine kind of slanted down. So the word we're going to do together using the OA long O spelling pattern is approach. Do you hear the O in there? Approach. It's near the end. Well, I can hear that it ends with approach. Ch. I know that that's going to be CH. Approach. I can hear that O sound right before the CH. Do you hear that? Approach. So I know I'm using the OA pattern, so I'm going to fill that in here. Approach. Ooh, I hear approach. There's a P and an R there. Approach. Approach. Okay, so I know I have 2 left, and all I have is the that schwa sound. Approach. So that tells me that I'm going to have a double letter right here. And if you wrote a different vowel here, that's okay because the schwa sound can be any vowel. But for this word, approach, it's going to be an A. Let's circle or box the OA that we have here. Approach. A-P-P-R-O-A-C-H. Approach. So now for our OW, let's go ahead and put 8 dashes. I'm going to try to keep them straight this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That word is tomorrow. Do you hear the long O sound? Tomorrow. I hear it at the end. I know I'm using OW this time. I hear that. Tomorrow. O at the end. Tomorrow. Do you hear the ro? That's an R sound. Let me go to the beginning. Tomorrow. Okay. Tomorrow. Don't worry if you're not sure how to spell this middle part. That's kind of challenging. Today we're just focusing on getting that OW. Tomorrow. Tomorrow is spelled T-O-M-O-R-R-O-W. Let's go ahead and circle or box that O-W. Tomorrow. Okay, let's see if we can try. But this time, I'm not going to tell you which of the patterns we're using. Okay? So let's go ahead and try 3 dashes. 1, 2, 3. 3 dashes. The word is old. Do you hear the O? Old. O. Old. Go ahead and try it. Pause if you need time to think. That's supposed to be an O. Old. So we use just the O. Double check that you just use this kind of pattern for old. O-L-D. Are you ready for the next one? Okay, this is a longer one. This one has 10 dashes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I just squeezed it in there. 10 dashes. The word is microscope. Microscope. If you need time to think, then pause. Microscope. So this one, you could think that there might be 2 patterns. The one I want us to focus on is actually the O consonant E at the end. Right there. Microscope. If you pronounce this word microscope, then you might want to say that this is the O right here. But truthfully, it's actually a schwa. But if you pronounce it really hard and really slowly, then you're going to hear that as a long O sound like this. Microscope. M-I-C-R-O-S-C-O-P-E. Microscope. Okay, let's try another one. The next word I have for you has 5 dashes. 5 dashes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 dashes. This word is float. Float. So as you're trying this word, think, is this going to be an OA pattern? Or do you think this is an OW pattern? Which one do you think it is? Float. Pause if you need time to think. Float. If you wrote OA, then you are correct. If you didn't write OA and you chose OW, just go ahead and erase it and practice spelling it with OA. Float. F-L-O-A-T. Okay. The last one, you probably can guess what the pattern is going to be. And the word has 3 dashes. Put this over here. It has 3 dashes. Nope, it doesn't. It has 4 dashes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 dashes. The word is rows. You have columns and you have rows. That's something you see in math, and it's also something you see when you're organizing anything in an array. Rows. Not the kind of rows like you smell it. Not like that kind of rows. That's a different long O pattern. I'm thinking of like rows of seats or the rows in a table on a document. Rows. R-O-W-S. Rows. These are the different ways to spell that long O sound with O consonant E, O, OA, and OW.